perspective?
Well, it was...
Natalie.
Natalie, you want to say something?
No?
No? Okay. Well, it was hard, I have to say. Basically because different sensibility from what I've been working for. I've made movies before with, as you said, male, like sort of protagonists, and what I guess it's harder, at least for me, to approach with was the fact that I was dealing with a mother, which I guess this movie is a story about a mother, to me mostly, and there's a very particular strength and beauty there that is hard to capture, at least for me, and so it's hard. It was just a different path, and it was new somehow. But I guess that's why there's so many close-ups on this film, and we wanted to be close, very close to Natalie, and sort of to find and kind of articulate something around the mystery that I think Jackie had, and that Natalie can so beautifully portray.
Natalie, you brought that female perspective then, in those close-ups, and also because you did your own study of Jackie, correct? So tell us about that, what you did to become this character. I know you did some study.
Well, we had a really great template from Noah Oppenheim's script, which was really incredible, and the way that it sort of told this woman through her relationships with different individuals in her life that got to show different sides of her, so that you see this very sort of confessional, private side with the priest, with her close friend Nancy, the very public side, something that Pablo very wisely, I think, chose to incorporate into the script and into the film, the White House tour, which shows this sort of the face that she wants to show to the world, and then of course this very political, savvy side that you see with Valenti, with Bobby. And it was a great sort of way in to examine through these relationships, particularly because most of the biographies are written by people she knew. Almost everyone who knew her wrote a book about her. So there was a lot to draw from, and YouTube is also an incredible resource.
YouTube?
Yeah, there's just hundreds of interviews, and I feel like throughout filming we kept digging up new ones that we would send back and forth, and then of course there's just hours and hours of transcripts that of interviews that she gave, so you can really hear her own voice, that are also an audio tape that she gave for the sort of oral legacy of JFK's presidency. And so that all of those were really telling. And then, of course, recreating the White House tour exactly was really a great way into the voice and the accent, because I just had to study it so much and go over and over and over that material. So it was kind of a great way into the voice of the character.
When you talk about the voice, the distinctive accent and the cadence and the breathiness, you're saying that you went over and over. I mean, was there a dialogue coach? Did you do anything?
Yeah, I had a great dialect coach, Tanya Blumstein, who we worked together pretty obsessively on everything, but particularly White House tour, because we were doing it exactly. And yeah, it was the first day on set when I started doing it, I saw Pablo's face go like, uh-oh.
Was it uh-oh good or uh-oh bad?
No, it's just going to be all the way like this. Right? and then I remember we had a little speaker, and we would play from YouTube the original White House tour. We played out loud, and Natalie was playing the half of it, and it was like, okay, so we're fine, because it was very, very strong. And then we started shooting from, with the first day of production was exactly the White House tour. So then we got into the more intimate and sort of regular, sort of cold scenes, but it was hard at the beginning. Yeah.
It's so extreme that I think when you hear it.
Well, when I hear you now and then I hear that, I think it probably would be, yes.
Well, I think that that's sort of the beauty of Pablo's, who is this person that everyone's gonna leave and have the same feeling, or that everyone's gonna leave and have like a message that they're gonna take away with them, that it's like life and it's like human beings, that there are a million different things at once, and it can be both wise and strong and authoritative and also manipulative and also not completely straightforward, and I mean that it can be many things at once, and it's a complicated reality.
But I hope I don't repeat myself. But I think what is incredible is that maybe what makes her so fascinating, and maybe that's why there are, I don't know, hundreds or maybe thousands of books around her, movies, TVs, whatever you can find. It's just impossible to describe. She's undescribable. And she's probably the most mysterious person that I've ever get to not to know. And that's why it creates such a fascination all over the world, and I stay with that.
Well, I think it's really amazing to see someone who's been so like socialized and like knowing the manners of society, and is really almost like the most representative of culture almost, and of breeding, and she's been like taught how to be part of society, but then has such a strong survival instinct, like tribal level, like resistance, not resilience, not resistance, sorry, words. And to see that mix of someone who's, can be like having her cocktail at a, society party, but then in like the worst conditions knows how to survive, is just this very strange and beautiful contrast.
Well, thank you both.